What experimental household practice seemed scientifically extreme until it developed innovation skills that companies now compete for? Every month, our home transformed into the Family Research Lab, NIRS, a structured innovation system where we tackled household problems using scientific method and prototype testing that seemed ridiculously over-engineered, but ultimately installed creative problem-solving abilities that technology companies now fight to recruit. The process began with problem collection day. We'd gather around our dining table, NIRS transformed with whiteboards and post-its, and identify everyday frustrations. Anything was fair game: dad's coffee getting cold too quickly, backpacks that couldn't hold enough books, inefficient laundry sorting, or mom's perpetually misplaced reading glasses. Once problems were cataloged, we'd enter the research phase. Each family member selected an issue and conducted thorough investigation, measuring, timing, interviewing, and observing. My brother focused on mechanical problems, building elaborate Rube Goldberg solutions. My sister specialized in organizational systems, creating color-coded workflows. I gravitated toward multivariable challenges that needed experimental design. The most intensive part was prototype weekend. Our garage became a makeshift workshop with cardboard, PVC pipes, hot glue, and repurposed household items. We build physical models of our solutions, test them, collect data, and iterate through multiple versions. Dad insisted on proper documentation, hypothesis statements, testing parameters, failure analysis, and improvement logs filled our family innovation binders. What made this particularly rigorous was Mom's peer review sessions. We'd present our prototypes to the family, who'd stress test our solutions and point out weaknesses. The criticism was brutally honest. No participation trophies in our research lab. Failed prototypes weren't disasters. They were learning opportunities carefully documented in our failure analysis journals. Friends who visited during prototype weekend were bewildered. Your family builds things to solve household problems? They'd watch in confusion as I tested my 7th iteration of an automated pet feeding system, or my brother demonstrated his homework sorting contraption. The final phase was implementation month, when successful prototypes were integrated into family routines. Some solutions failed spectacularly in real-world conditions, while others became permanent fixtures. Our custom mail sorting system, multi-compartment laundry hamper, and refrigerator inventory management remained in use for years. In college engineering courses, while classmates struggled with design thinking, I instinctively moved through problem definition, ideation, prototyping, and testing. My professor pulled me aside. Most students need to be taught this process. You seem to have it hardwired. Where did you learn this methodology? During my first product management interview, when asked about my approach to user problems, I described our systematic household innovation process. The hiring director was stunned. That's essentially our entire product development framework. You've been doing this since childhood? Now, leading innovation teams at a major tech company, I use modified versions of our family research lab methodology. Last quarter, my approach to a particularly challenging product issue led the CEO to ask where I developed such sophisticated problem-solving instincts. I thought of our garage workshop, the countless prototype iterations, Mom's ruthless feedback sessions, and realized those extreme family experiments weren't just solving missing sock problems, they were programming professional innovation capacities that typically require years of specialized training to develop. My parents weren't overcomplicating household issues, they were deliberately installing a systematic innovation framework that would later become my most valuable professional asset.